My name is Tarmack, and this is your game industry news wrap-up for the week of March 4th, 2017. Microsoft has announced Xbox Game Pass, which will be available in spring 2017. The pitch is access to over 100 games for $10 US a month. The games included aren't yet known, though the imagery on the Microsoft page shows games like Gears, Terraria, Mad Max, Halo 5 Guardians, NBA 2K16, Payday 2, and more. The announcement goes on to say that it includes Xbox One and backwards-compatible Xbox 360 games, and unlike the PlayStation Now system, you're not streaming the gameplay from a remote server, but rather can download the full game to your console. Obviously, this requires rather significant online authentication as you're buying access to games, not the full permanent product, but a bunch of games for $10 a month sounds awesome to me. It remains to be seen just how many big titles are part of it, but it's nice to see Microsoft give a little bit of ground in their battle for gaming supremacy. Microsoft is also entering the VR space, but from the operating system side of the coin with what they have termed Windows Mixed Reality Ready PCs. The intent is to allow developers like Acer, who has dev headsets ready to ship out to game makers over the next month, build headsets for the system. No showcase titles exist yet, but Microsoft has commented that Project Scorpio, the incremental upgrade to the Xbox One, will support mixed reality headsets, and all of this is not just for games. It could revolutionize work-from-home companies, as you could step into your virtual office, interact with coworkers, and all while they are totally unaware, but likely totally aware, that you're working in the nude. Continuing the VR train of news, Oculus has dropped its price. They're now selling a bundle which gets you a Rift headset and the 2 touch controllers for $600 US. And because you get the touch controllers in a bundle, it will also come with a free copy of the newly released Robo Recall. Meanwhile, HTC Vive is still selling at $800 US, but have added financing options so that people can get their VR headsets on a monthly payment plan instead of one upfront cost. It could be a good time to get into VR. Or it could be a better time to wait to see if HTC responds to the Oculus price drop with one of their own. Or even better, it could be a great time to wait until the second-gen headsets, because most of the games out right now are still tech demos. Now I gotta talk about Nintendo, because people have their Switch units and are discovering what does and doesn't work as intended. We have confirmation from Nintendo that save games are stored only on the internal storage of the Switch and cannot be transferred at this time. I don't think that it's a good idea to put much stock in the "at this time" bit though, because the Wii U was supposed to get cloud saves as a bare minimum at some point, and then the years went by and the console eventually had its production terminated. The dock for the Switch is also causing some issues with scratching the screen, and the weirdest bit of news has to do with the cartridges having a coating on them so that they taste awful in order to stop kids from eating them. I wasn't aware that this was a big problem, but it spawned a Nintendo Switch taste test challenge on YouTube, because Jesus Christ, we're going downhill as a species. Wonder if they coated the Joy-Cons too, because they're small enough to be a choking hazard. And to close up the Nintendo news, Zelda Breath of the Wild has gotten an enormous amount of perfect 10 scores, putting it at the top 4 games of all time according to Metacritic. It's apparently a lot of fun, and right up there with Zelda Ocarina of Time, which also natively ran at 20 frames per second. At the GDC Awards, Hello Games won the Innovation Award. Tim Schafer said going once, going twice, and then accepted the award on their behalf after nobody came up on the stage. Turns out Hello Games was out for dinner talking about how they wouldn't win any awards. I'd feel sorry for them, but they have everybody's money. Innovation in marketing, perhaps. Back in August 2016, RIOT Games filed a lawsuit against script and hacking site LeagueSharp, a group that boasted botting services for League of Legends. For the low price of $50 a month, LeagueSharp would provide a software service that would let players automate multiple accounts at the same time. RIOT Games has since won that lawsuit to the tune of $10 million. Really, I think that RIOT should just offer this service themselves. It would make the community less toxic if nobody actually had to play games themselves and we replaced everyone with bots. Of course, that would just result in Bring Gaming Jobs Back protests. Square Enix showed a video at GDC when talking about the overall goals of the Final Fantasy franchise with FF15. The video showed what looks like a totally different game because it was a tech demo captured on a GTX 1080 Ti. Grass that leaves paths when you run through it, an off-road vehicle, incredible flame effects, cats that don't look like stuffed animals, and a finish with Noctis getting thrown through a destructible pillar. The whole thing just left PC gamers wondering why Square Enix would intentionally kneecap the full capability of their game by focusing on the console market. I look forward to a potential port at some point, but that hope may be outside the realm of reality, despite the fact that the tech demo was obviously running on a PC. After Target leaked the Middleearth Shadow of Mordor sequel, Shadow of War, on their website, we saw a rush for Warner Bros. To adjust their carefully laid and now ruined PR plans. Shadow of War includes the infamous Nemesis system that many predicted would be one of the next big features that loads of games will have, a prediction that has probably come true in an alternate universe, but not this one. For some reason, they're breaking with Tolkien lore and having the player forge their own Ring of Power, but who cares, Balrog! Also, this game is going to be an Xbox Play Anywhere title, which means PC. Glad to hear that. Gotta say, as much as people hate the Windows Store, and they really should do something about that, like cordoning off all the official Play Anywhere titles into a dedicated section or something, I gotta say that my experience with playing these games on PC has been mostly positive. So keep it up. PC doesn't have enough games yet. This has been your Game Industry News Wrap-Up for the week of March 4th, 2017. Please do share this video with your friends and hit the link in the description to join my Discord chat. Most other Discord channels devolve into meme wars. Mine, on the other hand, devolves into socio-political analysis and game debate. I'm Tarmack. Thanks for watching.